Hey, guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley with Lantern Realty LLC. Are you looking to buy a home? Maybe not this time, but maybe you'd like to rent a condo, a apartment. Are you looking to rent a townhome, a regular house? Are you a mobile home? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to rent something? These are the things that you're going to need to prepare yourself with, so that way when you go to make that decision with a realtor who's going to have to take you through the process to get you to inside the homes to be able to look at these properties, these are the documents and things that you need to be prepared with. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. You can give me a call at 904-662-8933 if you're here in Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a copy of your driver's license. That would also be a military ID if you have a military ID. Also, you're going to need the last 2 pay stubs of the company that you're working for. And also, if you are a person working for yourself, you're going to need those tax records and your 1099 forms to prove that you've been working. Also, you're going to need the last 2 bank statements. That's complete bank statements. Don't send in half of a bank statements. They need to see where the money is, where it's coming from, and how much money you got available. Also, you're going to need your basic social security number. They're going to need to know you. They're going to do maybe a background check on you, which is guaranteed if you're wanting to rent a special home or a place. It's very important, guys. Don't drop this information, because if you're not prepared, when you go to rent whatever you're looking for, somebody might get the one that you're interested in. Also, you'll need your employer information, which will include a contact person, the address of the location that you work with, the name of the company, how long you've been working there, and how much money you make. Just saying, guys. Also, you're going to need the previous landlord information. Again, you're going to need a contact person. They're going to need to know what your monthly installments were, and they're also going to have to know what and how long you were there, and if you left the place in good repair. If you have any animals and things like that, you need to be able to find out if the locations that you're wanting to go are pet friendly. You're going to have to pay an application fee, which generally is anywhere from $50 to $150. It depends on the company, because when you're wanting to rent a townhome, a condo, or even rent a house or a mobile home, you're going to need this information. Also, you're going to need your security deposit. If you have animals, you're going to need a pet security deposit. They're generally going to ask possibly for your first month and your last month rent. Not always, but generally they want to be prepared. So if you leave unexpectedly, they'll be able to compensate themselves with that money. Let me go through this one more time to make sure you've got some really good information. Now, again, if you're helping with, renters and prospecting and looking for a house or a condo or a townhome or apartment or manufactured home rental, this checklist is about 90 to 90% of what most landlords and property management companies will ask for. Remember, number 1, a government issued photo ID, driver's license, state ID card, passport, or military ID, and sometimes both. Also, number 2, proof of income. Most landlords want to see the applicant earn approximately 2.5 to 3 times their monthly rent. They want to make sure that you're able to pay your bills. Very important, guys. They're all a little bit different, but if you're prepared before you go looking for a home, you'll be like, wow, you're ahead of the game. You also need the last 2 to 3 pay stubs, your W-2 forms, tax returns, bank statements, Social Security, award letter if you're on disability, pension statement if you're a retiree, disability income documentation. Very important, guys. If you don't have that documentation, you can't prove that the money's coming every month, they'll void you and not give you an opportunity. Also, you need your 1099 forms if you're self-employed. That means they need to know that you've been working and that you got money coming in every single week or every single month. Employment verification, employer contact information, offer letter, employment verification letter, supervisor's contact information and the name of the company and that information of telephone numbers and so forth. Social Security number, often required for credit checks. Now, they will do a credit check, especially if you're wanting to rent something of some substance. Sometimes even in nice apartment complexes, they'll ask for all this information. Credit checks, background checks, and identity verification. That way they know that you're the person that they're talking to, because they got to know who you are. Number 5, rental history, current landlord's name, previous landlord's name, address lived at, and dates of occupants. Landlords want to know if rent was paid on time and whether the property was maintained. Number 6, references. Example, previous landlords, employers, and personal references of friends. It depends on who you're getting your information from. They want to be able to find you to make sure that you're going to be available to pay your bills and not, be on the run. They're looking for really good people, and if you're sincere and you're wanting to get something nice, you got to jump through the hoops. Number 7, credit check authorization. This application usually signs permission and allows the landlord to review your credit score, your payment history, your collections, and bankruptcies. Not to say that if you had a bankruptcy in the past that you won't be able to get what you're looking for, but again, they will probe and they'll make sure that, you'll be able to pay your bills. It's very important, guys. We're talking about grown people stuff. I don't care if you're 18 years old or older. You got to be able to be ready to go when you are ready to purchase. Now, I rent homes. I rent condos. I rent townhomes. I'm a realtor. I work with Lantern Realty, LLC, and I work also with a company that sells mobile homes, Diamond Homes Center. So I'll help you with everything. Also, criminal background check authorization. Many landlords run criminal history checks and eviction history checks. So when you're ready, you need to be ready and prepared. And your credit, it really does matter, guys. Eventually, you're going to be on your own. You got to take care of your own way, and they want to make sure that you can pay. Just saying. Application fee could be anywhere from $25 to $150 for an adult. Sometimes it could be a little bit less. Sometimes it could be a little bit more. So you want to be able to know that. It's also number 10, security deposit funds. Often due before move-in. Security deposit. Your first month's rent. Sometimes last month's rent. It's different with different people and different companies, because you do have private people who own properties and they want to make sure they're not going to get taken advantage of. Number 11, if you're moving into some of these townhomes or condos or apartment buildings, or even some of the places that rent mobile home lots and mobile homes, they're going to ask for they're going to ask for vehicle registration, driver's license, auto insurance, and license plate numbers. I know it sounds scary, guys, but this is like being grown and what you need to do. Number 12, payment documentation. And that means pet documentation, like vaccination records, if you have animals, pet photos, breed information, and a pet deposit. Number 13, renter's insurance. Some landlords require proof of renter's insurance before you move in. They're going to make sure that, that you're going to be safe and everything will be okay. It's always good to have insurance, especially when you rent these days, because people steal stuff all the time. And if you're prepared, man, you'll be so happy that day. Okay, I've been robbed before and it sucks. Number 14, cosigner or guarantor. If income or credit is insufficient, the landlord may require a cosigner application, a cosigner information verification, a cosigner credit check. Now, this is what we're going to say one more time. That was the last one, and we're going to make sure you with a quick, ready checklist. When I talk to my renters, or if you're a renter, I tell them these 8 things are the most important to get ready right away. Before you even start looking, you should get this together. Your driver's license, the last 2 pay stubs, the last 2 bank statements, your social security number, your employer information, previous landlord information, application fee, and security deposit money. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, and please share, and please subscribe, and please pass this on, because a lot of people, they want to rent stuff or they want to buy stuff. They're just not prepared because nobody told them to get prepared. So if I can be of service, give me a thumbs up, and please share. And if I can be of service here in Jacksonville in Northeast Florida for either rental or even purchasing your first home or a home or sell your home, give me a call at 904-662-8933. Just ask for Gary Lee Stanley. I work with who? Lantern Realty LLC and Diamond Home Center right here in Northeast Florida. Hope that helped you guys. Get your renting information on, your purchasing information on, and you'll be prepared. Okay? All right.